offense and ways to make you a better?
It was huge. At that time, coming in, making a decision, I wanted to expand my offensive knowledge, something different. I think all the teams that I was, looking at had different offenses that I had in Houston. But Kevin, he came in and he was out of all the teams that I visit with, him and AB was the only ones that really pretty much talked about football and what they want to do and kind of incorporate me into the offense. And then you look at the skill guys that, we're thinking about getting, all the things, all the moves that we've been making before is something that they already, told me, going into that whole process. So, I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of Kevin and what he's been building up here in Cleveland. And I think that we can be very successful.
How has that evolved with you and Kevin, the back and forth, trying to figure out what the best plays, the best offense for you? How has that evolved over the last 18 months or so?
It's growing. It's a growing process. It's a learning process. We continue to grow throughout the season. It's not finalized. I don't think it's ever finalized. If you talk to the great ones that played, with their coach or their OC for a very long time, I think each and every year there's something that you can evolve and take your offense to another level. So it's been great. It's been fun. It's been very exciting, and I think he's excited about going into this week one, and I am too.
As you look at where you're at right now, and over the last month and a half, where do you feel like you've grown and progressed the most in that time?
I mean, everything. Just me as a player, me as a leader, me as a quarterback, the knowledge of the offense, what Kevin is thinking, what AVP is thinking, how we want to attack different schemes on defense, and just everything. I'm never satisfied with how I was a month ago. I'm never satisfied how I was a week ago. So it's just continue to just grow and continue to learn and just be better each and every day.
Deshaun, in terms of optimism and excitement for a season and hope for great big things to happen, how does this season for you compare to any other that you've gone into?
I mean, honestly, it's very similar. I think my time in Houston, we had some big, I say big goals and dreams that we want to do, and I think people realize that we can compete with some of the top teams because the teams that we had in Houston, we had opportunities, but we didn't stay healthy a lot of times, and a lot of moving parts. So, of course, it didn't go our way, but I think this year is a fresh year, it's a new year, and it's a lot of newness to this offense and defense. So it's very exciting, not just for the fans and the media, but for ourselves too.
Deshaun, along those lines, your season opener was delayed last year because of what transpired last season. Does this one mean more to you?
Every game means a lot to me, not just because I missed the first half of the season last year and came back in. I think each and every game is an opportunity for myself to go out there and show who I am, and I have a lot to prove, and I want to go out there and prove it, not just for people in general, but just for myself, because that's the type of competitor I am, and I just want to go out there and be the best I can to help this team win.
Deshaun, you've talked about wanting to really hit the ground running, coming out, firing on all cylinders offensively. Just knowing where you're at, where the offense is, how confident are you, and how do you feel about the ability to achieve that, to really hit the ground running come Sunday and not having to spend a lot of time working things out, working through things?
I'm very confident, and I just really, to add on to that, is just all the work has been put in. So we're gonna continue to put in the work until that first whistle and the ball is kicked off, and then we just gotta go out there and just go play, and just put things together and execute. And I think that's the biggest thing. Go out there on the field and know that we put in the work, and we have the team and the players around and the coaching staff with the game plan to go out there and execute to try to win, for our Cleveland Browns.
Three of your games were against division teams last year, and does that give you better comfort now going into the full season against this division?
Yeah, I mean, the division is the division, but every year is a different year. So we learn and we live how we watch the film and we live what happened last year, but at the same time, going into this year, we just got to focus on the task ahead. So we get our division early on, and we got to go out there and compete because there's no slouches in this division, and these are three of the great teams in the AFC and the NFL. So we got to go out there and make sure we're ready to play.
Hey, Deshaun, when you get voted captain, first of all, what does that mean to you? And then Nick is the latest guy to talk about how much confidence he has in you. What does it mean to you when you hear your teammates talking to you?
I mean, of course, it means a lot. but that's my character. That's who I am. And all the, you know, the things that they want to see is going to eventually show. The more time they're around me, like they've been the past year and a half, and the more we get on the field and work out and train in the off season, during the season, during training camp, all that stuff just kind of naturally come out. There's no point of me trying to force the issue or force who I am as a leader, as a captain. I appreciate the C being on the jersey and things like that, but even if I wasn't voted captain, I was still going to be the leader and continue to, control what I can control and lead this team to, hopefully a whole bunch of victories.
What stands out to you about the Bengals defense when you watch them?
Effort, execution, guys that fly around, that's very smart. They don't make a lot of mistakes, and you got to beat them. You have to beat them. They don't give you a lot of easy throws or easy runs. You got to go earn it.
What has you feeling so much better about the offense and your role in it and the scheme and all of that stuff than maybe you did, even last year?
I'd just say time. Time and just reps is the biggest things that makes my confidence, a lot better than it was last year.
Deshaun, what do you appreciate about Joe Burrow's game?
I think it's the grit. I think it's the fight, the competitiveness, and just the swagger he got, and all those attributes. And I can keep going on and on, but he one of the best in the game for a reason, and he's had all the success in the world because he works at it. I don't really know him as a person, but I just know him from afar and what other people say. I think he's a great teammate, great player, and a great person to be around. So, a lot of respect for Joe.
Deshaun, I know that Bengals for this season.
Just my expectation for this season, just be the best player I can be the best Deshaun Watson.
What do you make of the fact that Bengals have won the division 2 years in a row, and yet the Browns have played them really well? What do you make of that? Does this team just match up well against the Bengals? Or?
I'm not sure. I guess that's just the way the NFL works. I'm not sure how to really answer that.
Hey, Deshaun, I know that Bengals secondary looks different than it did this time last year. I guess just as you prepare for this, what you've seen out of this particular group compared to last year.
It's a small sample size just because 2 new guys in the system in the secondary. I know Hill was there last year. He was a rookie, so he played in certain spots, a little bit of nickel. And then 29 played a little bit corner. He played against us last year. Very, very good player. And of course, Mike Hilton. So, I know it's a new secondary, but those guys are going to be flying around. They're going to be ready to play. They're going to be active, and we got to make sure that we match their energy. And we respect their defense. We respect their secondary, and no matter who they put out there, we got to go out there and play.
Deshaun, your two games last year were late in the year. The weather wasn't great. I don't think they had full houses. So what do you expect from the atmosphere Sunday for the home opener when all the fans have all that excitement?
I expect nothing but great, positive, fun, loud energy. And that's one of the reasons why I chose Cleveland is the fan base. I want that feeling how you used to feel, that college atmosphere. The fans are up. They're loud. They're cheering on the offense. They're cheering on the defense, the special teams. When guys make big plays, we're getting the energy going to the stadium. And, a lot of people, especially as players, we feed off the fans, and the fans feed off us. So if we can match those two, I think we can have a lot of success.
Deshaun, going into this season, there's so many expectations for this team, and also for you as a player. So for you to return to that guy we saw in Houston that could just take over games, what has to happen for you?
Just be me. And, I don't want to return as a guy to Houston. I want to be better than that guy. So what I was 2023, 3 years ago, I'm not the same guy. So I feel like I've improved, I've evolved to a new level, and I'm ready to be able to show that. Last year was a tricky time where, I was learning everything, but, I don't want to just get caught up on, hey, Houston this, Houston that. I had a lot of fun, a lot of success in Houston, but I want to have that success and start something new in Cleveland.
So a lot of people say, can you get back to the level you were at in 2020, 2019? You're saying you want to be better than you can at level.
Of course, and I know I can be.
Those Houston teams that won the division were good teams. Is this team better?
I'm not going to match the teams. We had some great teams. It's a lot of success in Houston. I have fun in Houston with the guys I play with and the coaching staff I have. This team is the new 2023 Cleveland Browns, and we're ready to take the the field, and we'll figure out, towards the end of the year how we are.
A couple more.
How do you feel about, how excited are you, I should say, to run the no huddle and the RPOs and the designed runs and empty backfields and all the things that you're going to get to do this season?
I'm just excited to go out there and play. And whatever Kevin calls, we go out there and execute and try to put a lot of points on the board to help this team out, help the defense out, and to win a lot of games.
And you talk about, you guys want to win every game, I know, but can getting playing well on this opener, can that set the tone for the season?
Of course. I mean, every opener is going to set the tone for the season. You want to ride, you want to go into the season with a victory, and that's what everyone is striving for. But every week is a new week, and it's a new opportunity, and a lot of things happen in the NFL, but we got to lock in and focus on this week, and that's what we've been focused on is September 10th at 1 o'clock in Cleveland Brown Stadium, and we want to go out there and go have fun.
When you talk about the offense producing fireworks, when you visualize that, what does it look like?
A lot of points and victory, and we're just out there having fun. That's all I can really, speak on that.
Hey, Deshaun, can you,
Last one here.
Can you relate to, what Joe must be going through, having to come into this opener against a defense like this, coming off of a calf strain, not having practice for a month? Do you, as a fellow quarterback, do you sort of kind of relate to what he must be dealing with right now with that?
As far as, not having a training camp, it depends though. I mean, every player is different. Some guys need training camp, some guys don't need training camp. I feel like, it just depends on what they've been working on with him. But as far as, going against our defense, I can't give out no tips and cues. It's crazy. So I just hope he's ready for sure. But, it's Joe Burrow, so he's going to be good.
Thanks, Sean.
No, thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Deshaun. Thank you. Thank you. Taking all that time.
Northwestern, get in there and get
Must be a game week. Got everybody here.
Did you get to the place where you needed to be to start the season individually?
I hope so. No, I am. No, I'm ready to go. Yep.
Anthony, just never having been through an injury like this one before, how relieved are you that you feel in a good enough place heading into week one to go out there?
Yeah, obviously first major injury, major surgery that I went through. Just feels good to be back out there with the guys. Long road, but happy to be in this place that I'm at, mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Any nervousness not having played in the preseason, that the first game action is going to be week one?
Nah, I've been playing football since I was 4 years old. I get that first hit in, and I'll be good to go.
Does it feel like a blur just, thinking back to that September night last year to now just everything, the ups and downs? I mean, is it kind of a blur as you think back on it?
Yeah, it'll be a little surreal moment back on the field. Obviously where I got hurt and, last year around this time. So not thinking about that too much right now. Obviously got a huge game ahead. Big time opponent, divisional opponent, and that's what my focus is right now.
Anthony, Browns 4-1 against Burrow. How do you explain that? This is one of the best quarterbacks in this championship game 2 years in a row. You match up better against them than other teams, or what's the story?
We've executed pretty well those last couple those games against them. As you go back and we watch the film, we had really good communication, execution in those games. Obviously, the sense of awareness kind of goes up. We just need to be able to have that for all opponents and not just Cincinnati.
Hey, Anthony, what do you think has been the most important addition to this defense from last year?
I say every piece matters. Each person has brought, their own personality to it. Starting with Jim Schwartz, all the way down to Zadarius, to Shelby, to DT, to all those guys. They've all brought something that we really need to this defense. So I can't pick out one person, but I think as a unit we've gotten better.
Anthony, just the challenge you face in this Bengals offense. You yourself spent the offseason rehabbing, plus learning a new defense. Right out of the gate, you get a guy like Burrow with Mixon and those three wide receivers. Just if you could touch on the overall challenge of facing that prolific of an offense just right out of the gate.
Yeah, it's the NFL. It hits you fast, right? So, they're not going to make excuses for us that we got a new defense that, players haven't, whatever, that I haven't played. They're not going to make any excuses for us, so we're not going to make them for ourselves. We have to execute our game plan that we have. Obviously, we're going up against a talented group headed by, Joe Burrow, and we got to be ready to play on Sunday.
Hey, Walk, you guys are going to have number 4 from the start this year. What does that mean to have him from that guy?
Yeah, it's huge. Just his personality, his leadership has been on full display this whole offseason, all training camp. A lot of guys in the offense just comfortable with him, and he's running the show. So just to have that, that guy, the franchise quarterback, leading the show right from the beginning is huge for us.
What do you expect from him on the field this season?
I told him he looks like his old self, the guy that I had to play twice a year in Indy. Back to just controlling the whole game and, not afraid to make a play. I think that's huge for us. That's huge for our offense.
What do you think it means, or what do you think when Deshaun says, I want to be even better than I was in 2020?
That's scary. That's scary because 2020, he almost beat us twice by himself when I was in Indy. So, to see him have that confidence that he'll be even better is huge for us. I expect it. I hope it happens.
Since the day you walked in the door, you really have become one of the locker room leaders, both behind the scenes and on the field. Just what is it about your personality that allows you to connect with your teammates so well and just naturally assume that mantle?
Yeah, just try to be myself. A lot of guys, I just be myself. I do everything, that I'm asked to do from a teammate standpoint, from a player standpoint. I never took that for granted. Obviously, it helps having my dad as a coach and, teaching me since, at a really early age, how to be a professional and how to be a football player. So, just taking that every day and, never taking a day for granted at just doing that, doing the little things right.
Anthony, there is the potential in this linebacker room for a lot of turnover, but you guys are basically all back. I mean, even though it's a new defense, how much does that help in terms of communication styles and knowing one another and things like that?
Yeah, I think that's the best. You just hit it on the head. The communication styles, we know how each other, needs to be talked to on the field, off the field. We have that camaraderie together. Obviously, adding Matt Adams, I've played 3 years with him in Indy. A guy that, I know pretty well. So he fits right in with our, everything that we does. And then adding Mahmoud, another, great linebacker. I really enjoyed the way he played this preseason. I think he has the potential to be a star in this league, really, really soon. So I know he's going to keep learning, keep grinding. And when his numbers call, he's going to be ready to go. So I think our room, like you said, has the potential to be good. But, we've had potential in this locker room at every position for the last, I've been here 2 years. So we want to transform that into, some wins and, some playoff runs.
I was listening.
That rebuilt defensive line in front of you, how much, if they're able to do what everyone believes that they're going to be able to do, how much easier does it make your job working behind them and, free you up to make even more plays?
Yeah, I think you said it right there. Everything that you said, those guys are going to make our jobs a lot easier. The whole back seven, we believe that. The front four, the engine of our team, they're going to drive us. We're going to go as far as they take us, and with the guys that we have, we're going to go pretty far. So we're excited about that.
I was listening and reading some stuff out of Cincinnati, how they changed their run game like midway through last season. Do you notice a big change, and what kind of challenges does that pose?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you run the football, you hand it off to the running back. They have, they may have some different schemes like every team does. Going to offseason, see what works, learn from other play callers and stuff like that. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the challenge. At the end of the day, number 9 has to take the snap, and number 28, number 30, number 25 has to get the ball. And we have to know our fits, know our gaps, and that's never going to change in the game of football.
We don't know if Denzel's going to play or not yet. How do you guys make up for it if he's not out there?
I think we have a full DB room ready to go. I think guys are confident that whoever's on the field, they're going to make a play, and we all believe in that.
You look like you were having Deshaun Watson flashbacks in a couple minutes. When you watched him this summer, is that what you were seeing out there?
Yeah, no doubt for sure.
There's a lot of excitement around the potential of this offense and defense, right? And then you're starting off at home. You have a divisional opponent coming in. Is there a point point to where that hype could be too much, or do you look at that and you view that as something that's going to pump you up for the game, or it could almost be a distraction?
I wouldn't call it a distraction. It's almost like, you know, you just hop out it's like the first day of school. You know, you want to see what everybody has. You know, new shoes, you know, we all got new things, right? You know, that's what it's exciting to open up with a division opponent week 1. And, you know, obviously just the Battle of Ohio, you know, we understand that how big that is for us. You know, like you said, we've been successful in the past, but this is a whole new year, whole new team, both sides, you know, going after one goal, and 2023 season is all about how you know, start week 1, and you know, we have a huge opportunity ahead of us. So we're looking at it as an opportunity, you know, to put everything on full display. And obviously it's a test for us. You know, are we as good as, you know, we think we are, or we know we are? And you know, we have a huge opponent that, you know, can test us right away.
We've asked you so many questions about Jim Schwartz's new defense and how it's going to separate, what's different about it, and whatever. Just how excited are you to finally get out there and be able to just be in this system now and really get some tangible proof of what the potential really is?
Yeah, you see the plays that the guys made in the preseason, and I'm just on the sideline watching, and I'm getting like really antsy. You know, you watch the first couple drives in the Washington game, the first couple drives in the KC game, and you just want to be out there with those guys, you know, flying around making plays. And that's the excitement around, you know, around our defense right now. Everybody has the opportunity to make a play, and we don't care who make the play as long as somebody make it. And I think that's a testament to the defense, and that's also a testament to the guys that we have, a lot of unselfish guys in our room and the whole defensive room.
Thanks.
All good. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Evan.